Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock, and we want to begin tonight with this massive spending plan by the city of Indianapolis. $1.7 billion is our city's proposed 2026 budget. Tonight, our Alex Almanza breaks down where all that money is going and why tax revenue falls short.
On Monday, the City County Council considered Mayor Joe Hogshead's billion-dollar spending plan. It would be the city's 9th consecutive budget. It's a plan that he says was challenging given a reduction in property tax revenue.
It was standing room only in the council chamber. Hundreds packed in, some applauding, others silently protesting as Mayor Joe Hogshead outlined his 2026 budget.
This year's budget reflects the need for operational efficiency while still protecting key investments in our city and its people.
The plan devotes the largest share to public safety, nearly $850 million, with $358 million for IMPD. That's up more than $20 million from last year. Public Works would get $257 million, up almost $11 million.
The proposed budget that we present to you tonight will continue our 5-year plan of over $1 billion in infrastructure investment.
Council President Vop Bosley says it's a budget built in with both the council and the mayor's priorities in mind.
It's been put together prudently, ensuring that there is strong investment in public safety and I would say in strengthening our infrastructure.
According to the mayor's office, the budget faces a $43.3 million deficit due to Senate Bill 1, which reduced the expected property tax revenue for the city. Meanwhile, Republican Minority Leader Michael Paul Hart says he's already zeroing in on other concerns. Hart also brought up what he calls creative accounting and says IMPD didn't get money in the current budget for the tools that they requested.
In our roundtable discussion at Smart Indy, it was clear that everybody was a fan of expanding license plate readers, and there was no funding for that was provided to him in this current budget. So if there's ways to find it there, I'm happy to look for it.
Now that budget has to go through various committee meetings before being voted on at the full City County Council meeting in October. At the City County building, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Also at tonight's council meeting, a push to keep kids off the streets of Indianapolis and out of trouble has now passed the final hurdle. This ordinance follows a summer that's been marred by gun violence, especially involving children. So for ages 15 to 17, curfew is 1 a.m. on weekends, 11 p.m. on school nights. For kids under 15, it's 11 o'clock every night. In emergencies, the city can move curfew earlier. We break down all the times for you right now on WTHR.com. And by the way, parents face fines up to $1,500 for repeat violations. The council also approved Mayor Hogshead's appointment of a new director for the city's animal care services. Amanda Dehoney Hinkle used to work at IACS and then worked over in Greenfield. Now she's coming back to lead. She's got overwhelming support. All of this comes after volunteers pushed back against the last pick, Kelly Diamond, saying volunteer hours were cut, stray animals were being turned away, and there was mismanagement. City leaders tonight are shutting down a homeless camp. People living there forced to leave, but they tell us it's not that simple.
So I don't have nowhere else to go. Got to pack my stuff up and just try to find a place to go.
That's Tyler Pack, one of the dozens of people who set up their lives along this road in the Fountain Square area, which is near Virginia Street and I-65. Pack told us today he's on several housing lists that have not panned out yet, leaving him without any really good options. But the people who live nearby have been telling us that their concerns about safety began to grow as the encampment grew. Pastor David Green is on the Mayor's Leadership Council on Homelessness. He told us this process is going to take time.
We just need to continue to communicate amongst the community as a whole to say, hey, this is where we are and this is what we're going to do. Because I'm sure the neighbors in Fountain Square want to know, right? They've been pushing for certain things to happen. So there's a lot of communication that needs to take place. I'm hoping that that communication is taking place.
City leaders tell us they will work with service providers and outreach teams to get accommodations for the Hoosiers needing new places to stay. Angela?
Scott, a warm Monday night temperature still close to 80 in Indianapolis. We're at 79 in the capital city, 78 Lafayette, 75 Terre Haute and Kokomo, and 76 degrees in Muncie. Had a couple of pop-up showers and storms earlier today. Radar is clear now, and it'll be clear early tomorrow morning. Headed to work and school, temperatures in the 70s to start. We're going to climb quickly and back into the low 90s for highs. State Fair returns after the day off today. Another hot one with a few late day storms tomorrow.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Tonight, a first-of-its-kind food event on Monument Circle is getting pizza panned.
Very chaotic. Nobody knew where to go or what lines went where.
People paid between $25 and $55 to get into the Indianapolis Pizza Festival Saturday, but they told us there were too many people and not enough pizza. Organizer Tommy Barrett tells us they sold 4,038 tickets. The crowds ended up front-loading the event.
3,200 people walked in between 12 and 1:30. So when that happens, there's going to be logistic things that pop up. Obviously, with it being a first-time event, there's a lot to learn.
So how much pizza did you eat?
Zero. Actually, we all ended up going to Buffalo Wild Wings across the street, which I felt terrible for them because they were just getting absolutely overwhelmed with the amount of people that were pouring in their doors from the pizza festival.
CJ went on to tell Jenny Runovich that he got a personal phone call from the organizer apologizing. Barrett says if you bought a ticket and felt like you didn't have a good time, you can get a discounted ticket next year. He told us he's planning to have a bigger space and a better plan in place for 2026. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Investigators just identified the man shot and killed in what police are calling a family disturbance. Police say 32-year-old Teddy Chappell died after a shooting last night on the east side of Indianapolis. Officers say they took the suspected shooter into custody, but later released that person after further investigation. Tonight, a former Anderson police officer is facing federal charges for allegedly distributing cocaine. Court documents reveal agents arrested Tyree Wilson after an undercover operation with a paid informant. Our partners at the Herald Bulletin shared this photo of Wilson from the day he was sworn in as an officer. The paper reports Wilson resigned at the time of his arrest. An Indiana Court of Appeals is tonight upholding the 11-year sentence for a Zionsville mom. In this video, you can see Lauren Cupp fire her gun as police tried to serve a warrant out of Hancock County for criminal trespass and battery. This happened on Memorial Day of 2023. Changes could be coming tonight to how people vote in Hamilton County on Election Day. The proposal outlines a transition to vote centers, allowing people to vote at any of the locations across the county. There's a public meeting about that idea on Wednesday afternoon. Public hearings are also on the calendar for a proposed rate hike from AES. The company wants to increase prices by 13.5% over the next 2 years. But first, the Indiana Office of Utility Consumer Counselor will get feedback from the public. The first hearing is the 18th at the West Perry branch of the Indianapolis Public Library. There are 3 other opportunities to weigh in this month. We've got a full rundown of the times and locations. It's posted on WTHR.com and on our 13 News app.